The more I learned about the IMP process, the more I saw the benefit for the church and for us of slowing down the process and really learning everything we could from the process, from God through the process, because it's a rich process. There's a lot of learning about yourself, about the church, about God that can happen when it's not done in a weekend or two, when it's spread out over months. God can shape us, and God can shape the church in ways that aren't possible if it's done very quickly. So I wasn't surprised about how long it took. I was really grateful that there's a lot of thought and prayer and planning that went into it. I talked to another minister who had one phone interview and then one in-person interview before he was hired. And I told him I had 7 video interviews. 3 of those 7 were with my wife. And besides those 7 video conference interviews, there were several phone conversations. And then there was a long weekend spent at the church but didn't preach, just spent time with the elders and search committee. And then there was another weekend where I did preach. So by the time I actually showed up and met the people, I felt like I already knew them.
That's why the IMP process was so helpful for me as a minister's wife. And like I said, we've been married for 25 years. And so this was a very different experience for me. The way that they had invited me into several of those meetings, some of them were with Shane, some of them were also with me. And by the time we visited the church, I already had a pretty good idea of some of the personalities here. Mm-hmm. Our first month here, well, the process of moving, we were the ones being ministered to every day. And so today here was our first day of church, and it was already just such a joy. I was waiting to see all these different people, just could not wait to give them a hug and join their family, because they have already let me be part of their family. And here I am, day 1 at church, and they've already brought me in and loved on me just like Christ loved the church. I feel like part of the church already, and it's my first day. So I am so grateful. I could not imagine a better process for a minister's wife to get to go through.